Hi there. We're taking a look at Bernat Blissful yarn. New yarn from yarnspirations.com. Yarnspirations.com. This yarn is exactly the same as the new Bernat Happy yarn. The Bernat Happy yarn is made for baby things, and the Bernat Blissful yarn is designed for adult things. But I've noticed they feel exactly the same. They're exactly the same gauge, the same exact fiber, and the care instructions are exactly the same. So if you want to make a baby project with more options and colors, then look at the Blissful yarn as well, and you'll have some other options. So just so you know, they're exactly interchangeable. It's a super bulky yarn. Use a size 11 knitting needle or 8mm. You'll get 10 stitches and 15 rows in a 4x4 inch or 10 centimeter square. If you crochet, you use an L 11 hook 8mm. You'll get 8 single crochets and 8 rows for every 4 inches and 10 centimeter squares. It's machine washable and dryable. Do not iron, do not dry clean, and do not bleach. Do not bleach. 100% polyester. Now the difference in this and the other skein is that the Bernat Happy yarn has 3 ounces per skein, but the Bernat Blissful has 3.5 ounces per skein, 100 grams. This Bernat Blissful yarn is 106 yards or 97 meters. So it has more yardage than the Bernat Happy yarn did. And this free pattern is for a little shawl or a neck scarf. It's a free pattern on the Yarn Inspirations website, and it's also on the back of this label. You'll also find more patterns on the Yarn Inspirations website. The color I have is a gray, a mix of different grays. It's called Cream Marble. So now you know about the yarn. Let's work with it. I'm sure it'll be exactly the same as it was for using the Happy yarn. It's 2 strands that are spun together. One is an eyelash yarn. It's very soft like corn silk. And the other strand is just a standard, not boucle, kind of a boucle, I guess, because all the little puffs in there. But it's just twisted around each other at the factory. And it makes a nice fluffy yarn. So let's try knitting with it. If you watched my video where I worked with Happy yarn, then you'll see that I'm going to get exactly the same results here. And just like I said with the other yarn, I would not recommend this for beginners because they will get frustrated with how the yarn splits easily. And it is so soft that it will catch on your fingernails if you have any like rough spots on your hands. It will catch on this yarn really easily. So be sure to file your fingers and your nails before using this yarn so that it doesn't catch on your hands. It's very, very, very soft. Feels wonderful next to the skin. And just knitting with this is what I would recommend, since it takes a little bit of time to work each stitch to make sure you don't split them. A complicated pattern would be very frustrating to work. It's best to stick with simple designs. Just knit or stockinette, where you knit a row and purl a row. But I think I would just stick with knitting every row. You can see how it works, and it makes a reversible fabric. Nice and fluffy, easy to work with. It'd be nice to make a scarf with this. or a cowl, or a hat, or all kinds of fun stuff. You'd be pleased with what you make at the end because of how soft it is. So now let's try crochet. And these stitches are going to be impossible to see, so you have to count as you work to make sure that you have the right number of stitches on each row. Because you cannot see the stitches, you have to feel them. I'm just going to do a few stitches here. Since I already did the review with Happy yarn, this is very similar. Happy or Blissful, they're interchangeable. So that way you have all kind of color options. There, you can see how it makes a reversible fabric. And once you get going with it, then it's easier to feel the stitches. Now the Blissful yarn, the color changes as you work with it. It has darker sections and lighter sections. So you can see that happening there. I have light gray here and then it gets dark. So there you go. You can see the reversible fabric. Nice fluffy thick fabric. And that's how Blissful works. So I hope you enjoy using your yarn. And I'll see you guys soon. Bye.